Good afternoon, driver. You're in charge of the Suburban South Western Railway service to Hampton Court, calling at all stations to let the passengers board the train, then to set it up for departure. The poor weather conditions may cause some delays to the service, but you should be able to reach Hampton Court on time. Good luck. Really? The weather looks fine to me. Okay, so press T to open the doors. Like so. Well, those doors. And those ones. But not this one. Okay, so in here we need to put on the headlights to the day position. Put the DRA off. Because our signal up here is clear. Put the reverser to neutral. Reset the AWS. And we should be ready for departure when the doors close. So this scenario is available on alanthomsonsim.com. It's called 2 Juliet 49 1706 London Waterloo to Hampton Court scenario by Leander. So here's the blurb. The route used is the Portsmouth direct line, duration 40 minutes, difficulty medium, and there's the requirements. So if you have an account on ACS, you can download this and try it for yourself. Even though I don't have the AP weather pack, which is why the clouds are clear. Okay, we are clear to depart away from London Waterloo. So departing London Waterloo, the speed limit is 15 miles an hour, and we have about a mile to our first stop, which is Vauxhall. So this train is formed of 10 coaches. So we have two 455s on the rear and a 456 at the front. So this train is formed of 10 coaches. There are two 455s coming in from somewhere. And I'm already speeding, to nobody's surprise. Oh yeah, I should also say that the default brake sounds are coming from the 455s in the rear. I wonder if the AP 455 sound pack applies to the Portsmouth Direct 455, or if it just applies it to the 455-8 by Dovetail in the southern one. So we can soon accelerate up to 60 miles an hour after we pass by the speed board. 450s coming in from Portsmouth Harbour with 1 Tango 54. Another pair of 455s coming in from Guildford with 2 Delta 50. We can now accelerate up to 60. Yeah, there are a lot of weird sounds. What is that banging sound? So on the front we have a 456, 456008, and then we have two 455s on the end. So this train is formed of 10 coaches. So this is Hampton Court via Surbiton on line 30 of 30. Speed limit is going down to 40 miles an hour as we approach Vauxhall. I thought that thing yellow was mine. Oh yeah, I should also say that this is the first time driving the scenario, so I don't know what's in it. Hopefully something cool. So this is Vauxhall. So aiming to stop at the end of the platform. There's 450s going out to Reading. Even though I think in real life that probably would have been a pair of 458s. So, arrival into Vauxhall. Okay, we can now depart away from Vauxhall. So departing Vauxhall, the speed limit is 40 miles an hour, and we have about 2.5 miles to Clapham Junction. Okay, 158 and a 159. And a 707. So just quickly come out of Train Sim, install the 455 sound pack, and hopefully the 455 should sound a lot better. So we still have the 456 on the front, on the rear we have a 455. Yeah, it does sound better. So yeah, I think it does work. Yeah, the AP 455 sound pack does work with the Portsmouth Direct Line 455. Which is weird, since the 455 sound pack replaces sounds in the 455, which was developed by Thomson Interactive. And I think they have like a very strict EOLA that says you can't modify anything. Well, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, the next station will be Queenstown Road Battersea, before passing under the Brighton main line out of Victoria. Also, the speed limit went up to 60. I would make more scenarios out of Waterloo, but because Waterloo is literally so busy, I can't really be bothered with it. So I just find scenarios that other people have made. So the line going up and over used to be ran by Eurostar. Back when Eurostar ran trains out of Waterloo to join up with the HS1 near Ashfield or something. Yeah, and I think now that line is used for like diversionary trains. So this is Queenstown Road Battersea. No, the 277. And we're now going under the Brighton main line out of London Waterloo. 377 is going to Reigate with 1 Romeo 48. And Clapham Junction should be coming into view now. So at Clapham Junction we join the West London line from towards Wimbledon. We join the Brighton main line from Victoria. We join the line from Reading, which goes out to the right. And we continue on our way towards Woking. Also the frame rate will just die. Just checking that it's actually recording. So enter Clapham, the speed limit goes down to 50, then returns to 60. Four 455s from Woking with 2 Foxtrot 50. I think what the developer did was because South Western Railway have 458s, which are found of 5 coaches, and because they don't exist, what they did was they took the class 450 and made it 5 coaches. It's kind of like a replacement. So this is Clapham Junction, and I don't know why the roof is pink. So we have a 378, we have a 450, some 377s. Yeah, Clapham Junction is really busy. And I'm pretty sure it's the busiest station in Europe in terms of trains an hour. The 456, 455 combo coming in. And arrival into Clapham Junction. And I've overshot the platform because I'm stupid. So we can now depart Clapham Junction, where the next station will be Earlsfield. So departing Clapham Junction, the speed limit is 60 miles an hour, and we have about 2 miles to Earlsfield. So the line to the right goes off towards Reading and some other places. We continue straight on towards Woking, and the line to the right is the Brighton main line towards Balham and East Croydon and London Bridge and South London. So in terms of passenger view, we don't have one. So the FP456 doesn't come with a passenger view, and neither does the 455, which is sad, or just disappointing. So yeah, the 456s don't really have very good acceleration, because these trains were originally developed to be like a stopping passenger train, or a train with very frequent stops, and that you'd think that a train like that would have good acceleration performance. I mean, it's not like 170. 170s just accelerate really slowly. So Earlsfield in 0.8 miles. So we have Earlsfield, Wimbledon, Raynes Park, New Maiden, Berrylands, Surbiton, Thames Ditton, and Hampton Court, travelling about 15 miles, or 14 and 3/4. The Para 455s and the 456. Why am I overshooting all these platforms today? Okay, we're just gonna crawl into Earlsfield. So aiming to stop at the end of the platform, and there's a 707 coming in from Shepperton. And arrival into Earlsfield. Okay, departing Earlsfield. The next station is Wimbledon in about 2 miles. And the speed limit is still 60 miles an hour. So I generally put up the power as we depart away from the station. I'll put it to notch 4 so we can get away quicker. So far we're doing alright. So we should be in Hampton Court at about 20 to 6. Because it is an evening peak run. So date of recording is the 14th of June, which is a Sunday. So this video should go out either the Wednesday or the Thursday. It depends if I have anything good for City Skylines. Even though I don't know what to do with City Skylines because nobody's really interested in that. And I can't just do like train sim all the time. Maybe I could. I think on the right is Wimbledon Depot, I think. So yeah, South Western Railway 77s are going to be going to Southeastern, where they'll be used on trains in Kent, obviously. And I think the South Western Railway 456s and 455s will be replaced by new Adventurers. Despite South Western Railway paying for the refurbishment of the 456s, which I can't imagine being very cheap. So Wimbledon should be right around the corner. So at Wimbledon, I'm aiming to stop at the end of the platform. So if I had all the requirements, you should be able to see some underground stock on the right. But it doesn't really matter. I think the platform on the left is for Thameslink, I think. If I had to guess. So arrival into Wimbledon, platform 8. So departing Wimbledon, the next station is Raynes Park, in about 1.5 miles. So pulling away from Wimbledon, the speed limit is 60 miles an hour still. I think it's 60 all the way to... Where do we come off this line? Is it Surbiton, I think? Yeah, because in the video... In the last video I did on this, I remember seeing a station called Surbiton, then lines coming off it. So yeah, I think we come off the Portsmouth Direct at Surbiton. Of course, if you know the route well, you would know that's obvious. But I don't know this route very well, because I live nowhere near London. So the next station should be literally right around the corner. 455 from Chessington South. If I had a choice between like an express train and a stopping train, I think I'd take the express. Because I'm not really interested in like the stop-start nature of trains, but like I like leaving a station and then just going straight to 125. So this is Raynes Park. I wonder where the line to the left goes. I guess I could just Google it. So let's see, 4 car stop sign, 5 and 6. I'm looking for 10. There's 5 and 6. 8 and 10 at the end. So arrival into Raynes Park. And stop. So to pass Raynes Park, the speed limit is 60 miles an hour, and we have less than a mile to the next station, which is New Malden. Yeah, I apologise if I pronounce any of these names wrong. Like New Malden is probably pronounced differently. Like Berrylands is probably pronounced differently. So far, I'm really enjoying this route. Plenty, I mean like a lot of AI. Because I think between here and Waterloo, I've seen about 30 different trains, and about 3 of them just overtake. Start braking for a new Malden station. Imagine it's a 1 minute scenario where you took an express train from Woking to Waterloo and the fast lines were out, which means the fast trains and the slow trains had to share the slow lines. So you took an express train from Woking to Waterloo and you were stuck behind the slow train. You were stuck outside stations for ages. It will be a really interesting scenario. Maybe if I should make one, if I could actually get my words together. So arrival into a new Malden. So departing New Malden. Next station is Berrylands, in about a mile. There should also be a train overtaking us going to Hazelmere. So yeah, the PDL is a really busy route. Well, the bit between Waterloo and Woking is really busy. Then the traffic just calms down the further and further you get towards Portsmouth. Speed limit is now 80 miles an hour. Even though we definitely won't get 80 before we have to slow down for Berrylands. I think the line going under us goes to Kingston. Yeah, while we were stopped at the station, I just looked on Google Maps. Not Google Maps, just looked at the 2D map by pressing 9, and it goes round to Kingston. I can still see the train up ahead, even if it's just a few pixels. Start braking for Berrylands now. Are we on time? The answer is... I don't know. Yeah, the scenario is not easy. Especially stopping trains. So I think we did fail the task at Wimbledon. Come on, stop. Yeah, you can tell I'm not very good at stopping passenger trains. I'm mainly doing more express stuff. Maybe going into step 3 wasn't necessary. So it's 5 car, 6 and 8. Looking for 10. So 10 is at the end, right here. Arrival into Berrylands. So departing Berrylands, the speed limit is 80 miles an hour, and we have about a mile to Surbiton. Train from Hampton Court to Waterloo. I think the 159s were either going to Salisbury or Exeter. So yeah, I am really enjoying the scenario. It's definitely a challenging drive. Just stopping at every station, trying to be on time. So anyway, at Surbiton we should come off the Portsmouth Direct and then head towards the branch to Hampton Court. So I think the service to Hampton Court from Waterloo runs twice an hour, so one every 30 minutes, and on Sundays I think it decreases to 1 an hour. Maybe that's just the COVID timetable. Speed limit goes down to 20 as we come off the PDL. So gently bring our speed down to 20. So in the distance you can see Surbiton Station. Lots of buses. So yeah, I do like the South Western Railway livery. I like what they did with the headlights, made them more LED. So at Surbiton, I'm aiming to stop at the end of the platform. There's the forecast stop sign. 5, 6 and 8, 10 and 12. So arrival into Surbiton. So pulling away from Surbiton, the speed limit is 20 miles an hour, and we have about 2 miles to Thames Ditton. I assume I mispronounced that. So bring our speed up to 20, and then accelerate to 35 after we pass by the speed sign. Crawling along gently. So we can now accelerate to 35 miles an hour. So anyway, yeah, the Discord server has been growing in popularity, which is cool. So if you're interested in Discord, there's a link in the description to a Discord server that I made a couple of days ago. You know, probably by now it'll probably be like a week or something. So I think we already have like 10 members, I think, on the Discord server. We mainly just share screenshots of train sim and talk about trains in general. How far away is the station? A mile. So bring our speed up to 35 so we don't end up being late. You know, we are about 13 seconds late. So by the looks of it, I think we just go up and over. And the speed limit decreases to 30. So yeah, we go up and over the PDL, and then back down towards Thames Ditton. Yeah, I'm getting a fairly decent frame rate. I think you're getting like 20 FPS, which for train sim standards is pretty good. And I think the gradient should just level out. If not, go downhill a bit. So we're going downhill in 1 to 71. You can just convert that to whatever unit you want, like a percentage. So I think it should be clear aspect all the way to Hampton Court. So coming up in the distance is Thames Ditton station. So aiming to stop at the end of the platform. I wonder if these platforms were ever extended to hold 10 coaches. So arrival into Thames Ditton. Okay, stop. So departing Thames Ditton, the speed limit is 45 miles an hour. I expected to 30, but then it went up to 45. So next stop is Hampton Court in about a mile, where the service terminates. So I need to change the destination. If I can figure that out. Where is it? I think it's over there. So if I just look at this. Well, how do I change this? Oh. Escape? Okay, I need to find out what the code for not in service or Waterloo are. Okay, not in service is 00201 and Waterloo is... Where is it? Waterloo is 00243, so I think I just put in 00201. So, no, 00201. Okay, not in service. So if I just take a quick look outside, it's not in service because this train terminates here. Or I could just put in Waterloo. Actually, I think I might just put in Waterloo because that's where we're going back to. So Waterloo is code 00243. 00243. Enter. No. 00243. 0. Damn it, the manual's wrong. Oh, what? It says 00243 is Waterloo, but it's not, it's Surbiton. Leatherhead. Yeah, AP is definitely Leatherhead. 00201. There we go, put it like that. Put it like that and leave it there. So arrival into Surbiton, no. Hampton Court. So follow me on Twitter for future video updates, follow me on Discord. Because you can. Subscribe for more train sim content, thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.